Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to Modded Megaquarium. I've been letting this run on for a few days here and I've read some of your comments and I know I've done a couple of things wrong here. So we're going to go through and change a couple of things around just before we start getting on with anything else today. First thing, I know that in a couple of videos people have said, thank you Kiwi, that this yellow and blue grouper here will actually eat the coral grouper once it is fully grown. So we're going to move that to somewhere else, but I'm not too sure exactly where it needs to move to yet. We've got this tank over here as well, and this tank has a problem as well because these Atlantic mackerel are a shoaler and they need a shoaler of 6. They need a shoal of 6 to be able to function. So we're not going to be able to put these in here. I think for now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of those. I just also want to have a look at the mackerel that I've just got rid of because I want to see how big they are. They are size 8 and they won't grow, so they can't go in with the blue and yellow grouper. So we'll get rid of that one. We'll come back over here. And for now, we're just going to get rid of this one and we will put those in a special tank in a new room that we're going to build. Hopefully today, once we've got all of this out of the way. The third thing that I've seen a big problem with is we don't have nearly enough staff in this aquarium for it all to function properly. At the moment, we've got a fair few. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 14 members of staff. However, there are 28 other members of staff here that we could get. And so I'm going to double my workforce up to 28, so that I'll get another 14 now. And I'm pretty much just going to get them pretty much wholesale. I know that I need a fair few different things. I need a lot of gift shops because I've got a lot of different gift shops around. I mean, they're not getting filled up fast enough. So originally I let this run through for about 2 to 3 weeks in game time, about another 21 days. Actually no, I actually took it up to about 500 odd, about 500 to 520 days, just to see how it would run through, how well this is actually running. It really doesn't do that well with Prestige at all, so we'll have to change something there, or at least as we expand out it'll get better. Fixing, you're amazing. But the main aim at the moment is just to try and get this running smoothly, so that we don't have large patches of machines breaking down all the time, which is the one thing I did find was happening. I also had one of my moray eel die because of hunger, so we weren't getting enough people with hunger, with feeding skills around the place either. Fitness and precision, wow, you're really good, but you're going to learn very, very slowly. There's also a problem with the staff that we're getting here, in that they are still on the high prices rather than the lower prices, because all of these were added to this list when it was still on hard mode. So they will need to level up at least once before they become cheaper and become at the actual regular price. So we are going to be paying a lot more in wages than we really should be, before we get down to a much lower score, which will be good. Oh, 2 more. Fitness, you're good. And you're just an all-rounder. Don't really want an all-rounder at the moment. I want someone to... In charisma, you're going to be an amazing talker, Gabri. I do like Gabri. So we'll get you, and I'll get Caleb. There you go. I've got like a lot more members of staff now. So we're going to the staff management screen. One thing I also found out about this was when you reach the end here, this window does not scroll. So although you may have more than the however many 13 more we've got here, we can't get any more members of staff onto this screen. I think we actually do have another 13 available, which we can get, and because of that, I think actually I will get, because I can fill up this screen, I will get all of these as well, just so we've got a huge number of staff. So now we've filled up this entire list. We're going to be running on a deficit for quite a while now, until they start leveling out. I'm on high speed here, and you can see all of those members of staff just running into the place. I did also find that the game is actually quite sluggish, or can at least be quite sluggish in places. I have had stuff running in the background though, so I've turned all of that off. I've turned off my rendering, and it is running much smoother now. Yeah, it's running a lot smoother than it used to. But you'll see occasionally the people will just stop. The game will freeze for just a split second. You can see it then, and then it will come back in again. So as we build, that will get slightly worse and worse and worse. Aha! There's a new mod that I put in, the circular tanks, from Boss Chessman. So thank you for him for making this, because it is an amazing mod, and we're going to play around with it as well in one of the upcoming rooms. So Jamila has leveled up. You're not a new person, so we're not going to get anything from there. Right, so today I think we're going to start planning stuff for future. So we're on minus 1,237 at the moment. Massively high. So I think what I want to do is add in some things. We don't have at the moment any of these shark hat shelves, and I think one would be perfect here. So we'll move this over to there. More growth reports. Cancel all of those. I like to try and keep an empty log. I've seen people playing and they've got like 60 odd unread messages, and here I just can't. I can't do that. I can't. I've tried to do it, but I just can't. And we're going for a shark. Where are you? Shark hat shop. We'll just pause the game as we're putting these in, because I want to put a fair few of these around because they're expensive, and therefore you can sell a lot of them for a big price. A huge profit margin on these, which is really nice. So we'll put one there, and then we'll come up over this way. I won't add in any there, but I'll put one in this corner, just there, and I'll add one in up in this corner as well. But I can't. I'll put one in this corner instead. There we go. Oh yes, and I also, just before we start, I can't remember if I've already changed this or not. I did realise something. Yeah, look at this. That's maximum size. So if we were to do that, that is the maximum size to there. So let's get rid of that. We've got a 2 gap in between there, and then that is the maximum size there. So in fact, this needs to be a bit bigger. So that actually comes out to there, and then we'll put the, what should we put in, the sand down here and all the way along here, and like that. And what should I do? I think I'll actually put in this line as well with the beach. I've gone differently to what I did when I was playing through on my own, because we've got these new circular tanks. I quite fancy putting some of these circular tanks in up along here, and we can do those with cold. I've found a new trick that I want to show you guys, which makes it much easier to put lots of different tanks into the same room. I'm just going to put these up here for now because I want to play around with the placement of them. So that'll all go there. You'll see why in a minute. Oh, just one thing I have forgotten. I need to update this circular tank. At the moment I've got the beta version of the mod in place, but it's now actually been released. And if I come to here, I'll just show you what it looks like. It looks really cool. Circular tank here, 490, 28 space, can't be increased. Now the beta version here only has 1 space for people to view. It does look amazing. If I put this down, just so you can see it. It looks so cool. And so this is made by Boss Jessman, and Toxo has made some kelp to go with it, some large kelp here. And so that goes straight into there. Look at that. That's so cool. Anyway, we're going to sell that logo, because I need to close out the game and update the files. I've downloaded them all, just completely forgot to put them into the game before we started recording. So yeah, back in a minute. And now we are back, and I've put this new tank in, and there we go. That's much better, isn't it? Access all the way around it. And if we place it down, say here, I'm going to get 2 of them. I'm going to sort the spacing out on them. So I want them. Let's just move them so that they're there, and then we'll pull them up to there. Actually, no, I want them on. That'll probably give me better spacing if we put them there and there. And so we'll have that. And now what you can do, this really cool thing I've found, if we put down a pump, a large pump, and I'm just going to place this down. I'm not quite sure where I want it. I might actually put it up here and box it off. If I put it there, actually, that will be perfect. So we will create a false wall here. So we'll do that. We will place a wall across there, and then paint that wall with, get it right, with the tropical beach paint. We may as well do inside as well, make it all look the same. And so now in here we've got a free wide space, 3x1, that we can place a pump into. And I found that you can daisy chain the pumps basically. So pumps are in here, got a pump there, not that one, but a bigger pump, a large pump. No, okay, I can do that. What I need to do then is do that. Move this one into here, and I can connect it to this one, and I can connect it to this one. So now we've got 1 pump connected to 2. Obviously that's not actually going to do anything, and I'll just close this off just there, and once again tropical beach, do that. Okay, so we've got 2 pumps connected to each other but aren't actually doing anything at all. But now if we connect this pump also to this tank, suddenly it gets all of the chilling and all of the filtration from this pump here. You can see the network there. This pump is going to all 4 of these tanks. This pump is attached to this pump, so it's connected to the same network of pumps. And this is how you can daisy chain stuff together. So we can actually do this and have, say, one of these rooms. Say if we had this room here as just a massive pump room with multiple different pumps in it going off to all different places, then we wouldn't need this, we wouldn't need this. We could have an entire room full of tanks all the way around the outside, all the way around the inside. We could fill the entire room with pumps, sorry, with tanks, and then we can network them all together using pumps in hidden walls like this. These pumps never need touching. They're just routers basically. They're just routing the filtration and the heat or the chilling round. This is kind of what we saw over here a couple of episodes ago, where these heaters we're actually being affecting the chilling of this tank here, because we're on the same network. And we ended up having to put a chiller in and all of these pumps just onto this tank just to be able to make this work, because we can't make it work with this filtration, even though there's no heating on this pump at all. Because it's connected to this network with these two tanks, these heaters actually contribute to this network. If you think about it in networking terms, it becomes much clearer. So I hope that's cleared it up. I hope you understand. If you don't understand that, or if you want more information on it, let me know down in the comments, and I'll actually do a separate video about all of this and how best to go about routing power and heating and chilling and stuff around. I'm going to have a play around with subnetworks as well, see if we can get heating and chilling and filtration separated, and see what we can do, but I'm not sure you can at the moment. We may be able to do in future. So yeah, let me know down in the comments. So we have these two tanks now. There's only 28 excuse me, 28 space in each, but they are fully chilled, and they have a decent amount of filtration in them as well. And we're going to add to that now, because we're going to add in this large kelp, one into each of them there, and that does look really cool. And then we're going to add in excuse me, going to add in a, can we add in a shoal of those mackerel? No, we can't. They're 8 and we need 6 of them, so we'd need 32, which we can't do, which is a shame. What can we put in? We can't actually add the blue and yellow thing either, because that is tropical and these are chilled. Now I'm not too sure if you can actually overcome this with heaters, so let's have a look, see if you can. I don't think you can, because as soon as you put something onto the network it contributes to all of it. So if we just add one of these onto there, that actually makes these two hot. So no, we can't. Oh well. It was worth a try. I'm actually going to put these, one there, one there. We'll move that. These should actually be there and there, I think. And then we have 2 more, which we can add in there and there. I'm actually going to put benches, so the bins on the end like that. We can move that into there, and we'll add another one in there. So the fish in here, we do have clownfish. Clownfish would be a nice one to add in. Get a load of azure demoiselles in there. We've got all of these, we've got all of those, we've got these. Ooh, okay, so no, they are, couldn't have them, can't have any of them. I'm not going to put a bull horse in there, that'd be a bit silly. You just have a look what it looks like just to see if it is ridiculous. And its tail's sticking out. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll see what that's like. It may look stupid. May not want it in there at all. So what else can we have in there? In this other one. The groupers are all tropical. These are all tropical. These are all tropical. That I think would just look silly. Couldn't have any of them. Can't have any of them. Could put 2 common cuttlefish in, but we've already got 2 of those. I suppose we could put a few lump suckers in. Or, tell you what, if I put 4 wolffish in... No, I can't because they need cove. These need rock as well. So we need a plant lover. We can actually fit in there. Oh, it'd be nice if we could add some jellies in, wouldn't it? No, I think that this might be wrong. But I can't actually add it onto this network because we need these to be tropical so we can actually add other fish in. So I'm gonna leave them like that for now. With this one at least. See what the bullhuss is like in there, and we'll get back to that at a later date, I think. We will get negative moodlets from this one though, so I am going to sell that one because we don't actually have any fish in it, and because of that I will add, I'll just move this stuff around so that that's in the centre, that's about there, that's about there, and then we can do something along the lines of that, and then we'll have something there. That seems okay. And then add that onto there. It needs supplement and cockles. Got no space really in here now. So what I could do is extend this a little bit more and put them in there, but we do have supplement and cockles around. What I'll do is I'll add some into here so that we've got some fairly close by. I know I also need another loveworm. That was one thing that got me before. And we need cockles. So we've definitely got cockles, we've definitely got supplement, they'll be fine. The food is way over there compared to where the tank is. But it should be okay. I also need to make sure that I do the zoning for this. So if we come into our staff and we go to, I think it was it Hadley? Zone 2, yes. If we edit Zone 2 now to include that, and I think what I'm actually going to do is say that Zone 2 is going to be all of this room. And that way we can actually have other people in here as well doing just talking in this zone, just cleaning in this zone, and that's the way that I'm going to do it. And I'm going to make sure that the zones go up to there so that people cleaning will go to there. That does mean that I really do need to do that with some of the rest of the people as well. I think Olive, where is Olive? You were, oh no, you were in Zone 2. So Quinn, you were in Zone 1. So Zone 1 is going to be all of this area as well as all of that. So we'll do all of that. We'll do all of that. All of this to there. Let's make sure we've got it all. And finally these two here. Now we need somebody in Zone 3, which will be Yvette, who was in Zone 3. I remember her from last episode. So Zone 3, we'll start here and we'll go all the way up, all the way to here, all the way across. It already gets all of that. We need to make sure that it does everything here. So I'm going to make sure it comes down to that. And that this goes across and all the way down to that. So that is Zone 3. So now every square, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, every square in this aquarium so far has been added to a zone. So that all the cleaners, all the gift shop people, all of the talkers, they can all get round and be properly zoned, and it'll make it much easier in the future to micromanage the staff. So my eels have all grown. Hadley has leveled up, so we'll go for your cleaning. We also want to add cleaning and gift shop on, and you can increase your cleaning. So now I think I'm going to check on the time on the video and see what else we can do today, if anything. We've spent a bit of time just cleaning up and making sure that everything's ready. We've taken out the fish that can't be together in these two tanks, and then I think probably next episode we'll get on to this. So let me just check the time on the video and I'll get back to you in a second. Well, having checked the time on the video, I think that is all we've got time for today, apart from one very quick last thing, adding the shark hat supply into the aquarium here, so we can just stick that down there. Now between episodes I am going to add a few more of these stations into the game, give us some more supplies of that, and I'm also going to go around and tweak the prices of my gift shop and my vending machines just to give us a bit better profit margin, because at the moment we are losing money drastically because of all of these new members of staff we've brought in. But it's been a good recruitment drive and this is going to sort us out very well in the upcoming sessions, in the upcoming episodes, when we get all of this up and running. I know this isn't exactly how it's not very easy to imagine what it's going to be like yet, but as we continue to expand further up this way, it will become much clearer how this is going to end up. I think this is going to grow by about 4 to 5 times the size that it is currently. Is my main plan, basically. Try and get this about 4 or 5 times the size that it is now. I've got no idea how this is going to work out. I've got no idea whether this game can actually handle what I want to do in it, but that has been me from the very beginning, always trying to build too big. I did it in Ark, I did it in Minecraft, and now I'm doing it in Megaquarium. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time.